Hello friends, how's everybody doing? This is your friend Jeff playing Ultimate General, American Revolution, the British campaign on hard difficulty. And this is going to be part 3 that's going to show you the Lexington and Concord battle, which is a tutorial, and we're only going to get 10 rep for it. And then we have to do what's called a tactical battle, which will be when they spawn in 3 regiments of militia at 2 stars or 2 perks each. So that is what's going to happen. It's on the 18th of April, 1775. So on the 19th, it'll hit. So let's go ahead and get into it. Meanwhile, I got these guys. I mean, they're saying that we're out of ammo, but I don't care. Alright, so let's go. So again, we're only going to get 10 rep for this, but when you have a little bit of rep, you need that rep, so we're going to do it. And we could avoid doing it, but then, you know, I don't know. Like, I think in the American campaign, if you ignore that, you still get the reward or something, but I don't know if they did that for the British campaign. But either way, we'll do it. It's going to take a little bit to do this battle, and then we're going to do 2 days later. I think they drop those militia in. So it's the regular one. In the American one, we defend this, and in the British one, we have to take it. And here we go again. So I'm probably going to play this the same way that I played on the easy campaign or the normal campaign, and then I switched to easy, but whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so it starts out, they got those two Minutemen right here. They're gonna get a couple more, or maybe 3 over here and 1 over here. Or it could be 2 over here and 2 over here, like, you know, it really, So what I'm doing is I'm coming, I don't want to get shot by those guys. So, Smith's coming over here.
Quickly. Regroup here.
Okay. Okay, so we're charging in because we want to repel them from these woods. If we can capture them, that would be nice. Alright, I'm going to pause now because, you know, we accomplished the capture, so that's better. Now, again, these are not our units. We get nothing out of this battle other than the 10 rep, but I'm still going to play it in a way of what I would, you know, do anyway, but the thing is, I got to get these guys, these 2. So these are 2 Minutemen that we just captured, and we need to get them away because when they flank us on each side, if you just drop them off over here, they would tap them and then we fighting them again. So we don't want to do that. But now this guy's going to be here, so I want him to kind of go like that. I want one of these guys to go like that, and the other one gets over here, and the skirmisher gets out over here. Let's go. Okay, so now we're in the woods, and these guys are, their condition sucks, but they did the job of what I wanted them to do, which was to capture these two. And those two are going to head off that way. Now he can move closer. He can move closer. And he... Okay, now at this time I'm going to tell those two to leave the battle because I don't want them to be recaptured. And the general should be up here. Okay, now you get over there. You move to there. And you move to there. Alright, so the cavalry's gonna be good right over there. This other skirmisher has to come over here. And those two are gonna get up over there. And the gun is gonna get right here. And I guess the supply wagon, and if you look at the supply wagons, these things don't make any sense. Look at, he comes into the battle with just 50%. Like, I mean, and it's a star here, but we can't apply it. And it's not our guys anyway. This is just, but I'm just showing you. In this battle, even when we're playing as the Americans, these guys come into the battle for about a minute or two and then they retreat. So I mean, it's kind of weird. But right now, okay, so we're gonna wait for the... Oh yeah, here he comes. But we got these two for him. Don't you think that's kind of sneaky of them to do this? Like... What, anybody agree with that? That's kind of sneaky that they got these guys that come behind us. Okay, so this is interesting. They got the two right here. So it's going to make it hard for me to send a cav here. So maybe the cav will do better over here. Yeah, he's taken on too many. Okay, so I'm gonna send these two in the woods. Alright, so where's my cav? Okay. Okay, so here's something that they do. They try to come get the supply wagon, so I'm gonna send the supply wagon to come shoot him. Alright, good. So he shattered, and now we got this guy with the cav. Alright, there we go. Got him. Okay, good. So, alright, we got him. Now we just gotta wait for our last regiment to come in, and I think, matter of fact, I think the last regiment just popped in. So now, okay, so we need two that are gonna go over to these woods here. We're gonna need a third lineman to get up here. And I'm gonna need the cav. And then these skirmishers too can head over here. And the supply can come down here, because I think his supply still had 50% supply, so we're gonna get him back. It's just that their Minutemen will go after him, so I didn't know if, you know, like I said, he'd get shot and wouldn't defend himself, but now he'll come over here and get this back, because we got some ammo. And so I haven't been paying attention to the battle so far, because I wanted to eliminate those Minutemen. You just got to do that, because you cannot have those guys flanking us. Come on. Take this. How hard is it to take it back? There. Okay, now. Okay, so now we're gonna we push them out of these woods right here. Okay, oh yeah, and these guys are just sitting here. Sheesh, terrible. Move up, boys, move up. Alright, so these two supply wagons are gonna head over to there because they're gonna need ammo. These guys here get ammo. Okay, now here comes the 1,000 that comes in. Let's see where they put them. Okay, so now... okay, so now... oh, gee. Okay, so... hey, look, the British repelled him. I was just gonna bring the cav over here to help them out because I realized that he came in on him and charged him. But our guys held on. Okay, well, I figured if we get too close to the fort, we'll get shot at. So if we come after this guy with both of them, We could just kill this 250 man militia. Like, look at him. We got down to 45 guys. Now he's gonna head to the fort, and he just gave up. All right, let's go. Let's go. Don't get shot by them. Get away. Wow, this guy just took. He was a full regiment of 250, and he cut down to 42. Between the two cav hitting him on each side. So I mean, because I did one on the other one, but then I seen him, he was getting too close to the fort, so I sent him out this way to double hit this guy, which was a full regiment. Or not a full regiment, I mean a full company, and he just got gobbled up. So now these guys can get over here. And now this guy, yeah, look at, he lost 209 guys. 200. Alright, now don't make the mistake of telling him to go over here, because he's now retreating into the enemy. Like, this is ridiculous. And once you tell somebody to go out, you have no control over them, but he wants to go out this way. This is ridiculous. The border is right over here. So yeah, that's a mistake. I mean, this guy here, he's in a weird position. Alright, so we got 19 minutes, but I mean, we have plenty of time though, I mean, but, this battle, you know, can go all kinds of ways, and now he's doing something stupid. Alright, so now this is empty, so then we can get off there, and we can now use this guy to help fight, so let's get him over there. This one's empty too, so we could like I said, so whenever you need extra guys, if the supply is already whatever, so he'll go over right there too. So that's 200 men that's gonna go over there and fight now. Okay, so now let's see if the cav can help us out a little bit. We got this guy over here flanking us, and matter of fact, he screwed up our skirmisher that was going over there. So whatever he did, he's gonna pay for that with the cav. So as soon as the cav get over here, they're gonna annihilate this guy right here. Say goodbye to him. Okay. So we got rid of that problem. Now you guys, after him. You two. After him. Now we could really rile them up as soon as they come out here. We could take the cav. Now I just inch up the guns a little bit. Now, he thinks that I wasn't paying attention, but I am paying attention. You're going to come out and shoot at the cav? That's the one thing with cav that you have to always be careful of. An enemy will come out to shoot at them and they don't do anything. Yeah, let's push it to him too. Let's do it. This is where he's going to... Because this other guy was wavering, but he wasn't, so I figured I'd attack him first. And just keep it rolling for a minute, and then tell him to get over here. And so, this is the thing about Cav. Alright, well this is working out pretty good actually. And see, with these two guys, if I can get these guys in here, if I move these two to there, and this guy moves to there, this guy moves over here. And so, yeah, so we got it. We're gonna move in now. We just gotta move in and we got it. And so the Cav did a fantastic job. So we got 8 minutes. The canteen is contested. There's another one that we just captured. And this guy here, we have no control over him, and he's going back and forth. I mean, I wish the devs could fix that. I'll tell you. But we just gotta wait 5 minutes. Now, he just gave up. And he just gave up. And so we slowly just push them out. And I don't even know where the rest of them went. We got 2 minutes. So yeah, I mean, I don't know where they are, but we could probably go fast too, but I'll just let it play out. And the Cav, like, you know what I mean, this guy killed 233 and 43 losses. This Cav killed 297 and 37 losses. So I mean, if you use them correctly, you can get a lot of kills with these guys. But they do get tired real quick. I mean, the enemy must have ran away. Yep, so we can finish. We'll finish. Alright, so that's that's the Battle of Concord. I mean, I lost 78 cav, 403 men. We had 1344 guns, so that's 2 companies of artillery, just 2 guns each. And they had 3,322. They lost 2479 and 500 missing. All we get is 10 rep. There's plenty of people who play this game that want to have more of a reward from this, but the Concord battle has always been just a tutorial battle, and there's no gain from it. But in the American campaign, you can get a regiment and you can get 1,000 muskets. In the British campaign, we just get 10 rep, but that's what it is, and that's how it is. So, and believe me, I need the 10 rep because, you know, I had like 40 something, so I mean, I think I'll get 50 or something like that. Let me see once we get out of this. But okay, so that's the Concord one, and then the next one will be 2 days from now. It'll be a tactical battle. Hopefully I can surround them, because if I don't, you know, they'll get away. So yeah, okay, yeah, 10 rep, yeah, 55. Okay, 55. Okay, so now I can update you for the game. What we're gonna do is the last units that I got were these 1 companies that I made in England. So they're just gonna go to these places. It looks like Albany can turn over, but I'm not gonna worry about it unless it happens. And so yeah, so we gotta run time now. Hopefully these guys are in a decent position. Let's see. Now they're saying we don't have ammo. I think I'm making ammo. Oh no, not here, I'm not. So maybe I'll make some ammo. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, like I said, this is the first bout. That was the first. Oh no, I mean, we haven't even been in a battle. So I mean, how could I be out of ammo? It's like that. Even this guy, yeah. It's all the people that came from England. So yeah, so maybe there's no resources in England. And Chambly. Okay, Quebec. Okay, how about a stable? And New York. The only thing we can do is a town hall. So that is that. Let's see. War between the US and Britain. Yeah, I know. Okay. And so we're gonna do this one here, a tactical battle. And so it just popped 600, 12, 18. And these are 2-star guys too, by the way. All right. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, see, they're 2 stars. Look at them. Okay, well, let's do it. I mean, okay, so the object of this is to try to, like, I've done this 5 times now, and I never can get it perfect to get all of my regiments in this and totally surround them. Like, this is the one that's so hard to actually do it. Like, yeah, so look, this guy is over here. How did he get over here? Alright, so this is interesting. So it's always pays attention to try to watch this and study it. So we have a regiment way over here by itself. So he's got to come in. This one's got to come into here. This one comes here. This one maybe can split halfway and halfway, and then this one has to go here. And then this cav way out here has to come in, and this cav over here maybe, I don't know. So yeah. But at least they're all in. I only have 2 regiments that are on the outside. So yeah, so again, we want 100% to get these guys. Okay, so let's yeah, this is gonna be kind of tricky. All right. Okay, now wait a minute. Oh, over here. Okay, hold on. Alright, I'm gonna need somebody here. Boy, this is gonna be tricky. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be something. And my general is right here. Okay, so... Yeah, like I said, I don't want to screw this up. Because I want to be able to get them all. Alright, suppose... Boy, this is gonna be weird. Okay. But this is the one battle that we're gonna get here, and we need to capture them or kill them or something, but we cannot let them get away on the global map, because we'll have to chase them everywhere. So at least I got 2 cav in the battle. This is crazy. And it's weird that we're on their blue flag. Like, it's kind of weird. And we're on their blue flag over here too. It's so weird. Yeah, I'm just trying to see how the heck is... I don't understand this one. It's got me a little confused. However... Yeah, this is gonna be strange. Well, this is gonna be complicated when it gets going, I'll tell you. Alright, well, I don't know. I'm gonna stop, but as you know, like, usually we want to pause, so I'm gonna start and pause. Okay, I'm just gonna pan back for just a minute. I'm sorry, folks. Oh, yikes. Okay, alright, so okay, is there anybody that I'm leaving out? Let's see. Yeah, over here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so did I not tell these guys to do anything? Okay, and then where is the... Oh, the calves right here, okay. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm sorry folks that I have to do it this way, but you know, I mean, I definitely want these 3 regiments to get captured. They're 2-star guys, but let's go ahead and unpause and see what happens. Okay. All right, let's just pause. I know I'm gonna win this battle. I mean, that's not the question. The question is how to do this in such a way to capture all 3 of these regiments. That's the trick. All right, so for like this guy, for example, I guess it would be okay to charge him. Now for this guy right here, and now for this guy, okay, so then there, so yeah, I'm just doing, like, you know, I guess what you would say, desperate things, because I want these guys. Because there's no battle after this, so if these guys get exhausted, it doesn't matter. Oh, there's a guy right there. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay, Cav, come on, let's go. Okay, now Cav, let's go. Okay, like I said, this was short. This could be the shortest battle I ever had. I mean, Yep, again, okay, so, I know how I'm gonna do these are all my guys now, so unlike the Concord battle, this one is the real deal. And I don't know if some of them got away on this end. You don't see any blue on the map, so... Okay, well... Okay, so... Alright, whatever, let's go. And my general. Alright, so let's count the prisoners. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1 regiment. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 regiments. And we have 1, 2. So that means there's 2 that got away. So that will be roughly around a couple hundred guys. And unfortunately, like I said, I wanted to, but I don't care how many times you do this battle at Leicester. I mean, it always turns out like this is my 5th or 6th time doing this. Because believe me, I had a lot of practice on this hard campaign, because at certain points I just give up on it. So I mean. Anyways, but at least you're getting to see this in some way, so this is the final part 3 of the opening of this beginning of this hard British campaign. I'm running at 10 speed. I do it this way because, like I said, I want these guns. Like, look at, you can see here. Now look, he got 31 kills in this short battle. He didn't get any. So wherever he was, I don't know what the deal was there. This gun didn't even get to shoot. And you can see the cav didn't even get hurt, because when units are retreating, they usually don't fight back. They're just trying to get away. So yeah, okay, so I think I'm done, folks. So yeah, you can see that they had 1,800 2-star or 2-perked regiment, men, and they lost 1,076, and we captured 600. So these are the first 613 that we have captured in this British campaign and stuff like that. I only lost 158, so that's not bad. I mean, yeah, I had an overwhelming force, but again, I'm gonna have to do much better in trying to surround the units so they don't get away. Because, I mean, it's the way I play. Like, I do not like them to get away. I don't think anybody does, to be honest. Watch anybody's videos. You'll hear it from them. But yeah, this is it right here. So this is the one tactical battle. So there we go. So yeah, like I said, I usually don't get any comments, so you can try to give me some comments on some of this stuff, especially if I have a question. Please, if you know the answer, just answer it. Because the thing is that there might be somebody watching. There might be somebody watching, and they might want to have the answer to something too. So you never know. But okay, so. So it looks like, so basically it's one company from two regiments. Now, first perk. Okay, so so we do kind of have them captured. So the ideal thing would be for these guys to surrender. That would be the ideal thing. And then I'll go ahead and give this guy his first perk. And then my general. I can't make a mistake with the general. So Hey, and we lost somebody. He was close to somebody getting shot. So look, we actually lost one guy. Combat loss, one. Son of a gun. Okay, so we did scouting. That's 10% spotting. But on this one, I want to have the long range tactics. That's that. And because I'm going to use my general the most, I want him as the trainer. 10 experience. And so yeah, that's what I want from my general. So yeah, so let's see if we get a capture. Let's see. Okay, we did. We did. So this is the best situation to have killed these three. And while that is now that, I've got to set this up now so that way I can slowly build up. Okay, so I'm gonna need 2 regiments in Falmouth, and so maybe these 2 can go to Falmouth. What else could I do? We're gonna need to load up on Montgomery. So Cav. I guess let me bring the Cav, both Cavs. Yeah, both Cavs can come to Hartford because I gotta build them up. And we need horses and things of that nature, but it'll come eventually. So we gotta do that. Now my general could come to Clinton maybe? And we got him here. But anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and just let it happen so you can see what goes on. Unfortunately, we're going to need somebody in Leicester. And somebody in Clinton. So go ahead. Okay, battle. Okay, Lexington battle accounts. Okay, and then successful setup. Okay. So you can see that we got 10 rep and 2,500 for doing what's called a tactical battle. Oh, and then we got prisoner exchange too. Okay, so hold on. Because we got some prisoners. But okay, let's get this out of the way. Alright, let's pause. Okay, so with that said, now that we did 2 tactical battles, and like I said, I think, like I said, we're gonna just get this done. So, the only thing I can do here is, look, it takes 100 of the building material. 100. 24 officers and 9,600. Holy smokes. That's quite a bit. And an infrastructure in New Haven is completed. Okay, so an army has arrived, and 600 have died. An army has arrived, and 600 have died. And an army has arrived, and 400. Well, they didn't die. I mean, because we did get 600 prisoners. An uprising in San Marcos. And look at it's Spanish. An uprising in Frederick in Maryland. It's rebels. All right. Let's see for a minute. Okay, so they want to do a prison exchange, so they're going to teach us how to do that. Oh, okay. Okay, so ain't that nice that they got tutorials now? So they're saying go to this, go to prisoners. So we can get 1,500. And when the day registers, they'll know that we did it, and so this will be done. Okay, but anyways, alright, yeah, I guess I could run it. Oh yeah, and you can see that they took Halifax. And you can see right here, to avoid rebellion, increase loyalty above 40, keep a unit in garrison or a ship in harbor. So you see that's what they're telling you to do. If you don't do that, what they're telling you is they're going to spawn units in every one of these places, like every place, all across the whole 13 colonies. That's going to continue forever. And just that alone is enough to make it tough. And this is why I have an officer here. I got a supply wagon there. I got a supply wagon there, and I have a supply wagon here. And we got the starting guy that was here. I put a milita here. I made and put a milita here. And so I've done what I could possibly do in order to keep what I got, but no guarantees. Like, because, yeah, and then just like this guy has got to get into Albany. This guy has got to get into here. And so yeah, so those things need to happen. how are we doing here?
Advance quickly.
Okay, so again, I lost one guy. So I'm at 49 instead of 50. Okay, so the day went by, exchange completed, and we got 5 rep and 2,500. So now the habit for me is to pause the game. And we got this tree to look at. So we got speed and we got speed. But you know, if we come over here, oh, and on top of this, we'll get 12.5 speed, and we'll unlock an historical unit of the 33rd foot. So that would be nice. So yeah, why not? So let's do that. And we actually got a lot of rep, 85. So why don't, while I'm doing this video, why don't I just go ahead and unlock it and spend some of it, even though I don't want to spend a lot of it, but I just spend some of it. And so that way, when the Sunday now in Portsmouth, well, why don't we do a church? Because of the loyalty stuff. And Montgomery, but this is going to be costly. Look, it's going to take 90 days. Oh yeah, and did I? Yeah, and I even put an officer here to get more production. But, oh well, it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm getting down to 156 officers now, so getting kind of low. But, okay, so while that's going on, let's see if everybody can get to where they're going. Okay, now the Rebel Assembly, massive loyalty drop almost over all colonies. Oh, so Hartford and New Haven. Loyalty is raised though, it says. Okay, so now let's check out this, what we should do here. Alright, so we got a lumber mill. Now, to go this way, a tax house. Oh, I see. So if you put this in, is this saying that you could technically put this in and make more money? But if you had a church, that goes against that goes against negative effects, then would there be no negative effects? I mean, that's something to think about. I don't know if you can answer that question. But I think I'm going to go with the 5 research for now. And then here, well, you know, how can I say this? There's 3 good possibilities here, like 3. One is we can upgrade to a newspaper, which is 6% loyalty. We could go for a college. The quickest one, we could get 5 research speed. So you know what I mean? Like oh yeah, and look. And then it's 7 and 10. So this is the one that I told you about, 7 and 10 too. Man, there are just so many great possibilities in this British campaign of which way to go on all of this. Like, I think we're all gonna end up making different decisions of whoever plays this game. Okay, so I'm still a positive of 2% and still 7%, so I don't have to change any of that. I got Secret Service, but if you do this, it's gonna cost 1,500, so I don't think I want to do it at the moment. Because it's a money thing to me, you know what I mean? So 96th place, that's over with. And what I'm putting here is not enough that I need. I need twice, if not 3 times this amount, and I just don't have it right now. And so I think I'll burn 1 more day. Okay, so now this is where they give us 2,000 civilian muskets. All right, so let me pause the campaign. And let me think about this for a minute. So I did get a church in Leicester. And it's doing... Oh yeah, cause we had a battle here. It damaged everything. So that's 1 day. So let me decide what else could be here. Oh, how about a schoolhouse? And then Salem. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the lumber mill. Even the lumber mill is going to take 22 guys. 22 officers. But I'm going to do that because that's the only way to upgrade the harbor. Or the dock into a harbor. So I mean, That's what I got to do there. And then the recruiting house in Hartford. So Hartford is the special case. Like this is the magical thing about it. So we got a stable. We got a granary, and we have a recruiting place. So I guess I could put a warehouse in, because I don't have any warehouses, so I'll put one there, because that will increase the provisions or something. And then I can show you that, oh, Charlotte was lost. And Norwalk was taken, which I knew they would. And Frank. Here's Frank. And it's really going to hurt to lose a two-tiered fort. But it is. And you can see that I didn't want to, but I was going to try to build up the regiment, because once they take this, there's going to be somebody to come over here and attack them. So yeah, and now my money's getting down. And then these guys were supposed to go into Falmouth. So yeah, so that has to happen. Alright, there they go. Okay, so now that everybody is where they would be, I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to take a look down south. Alright, so you can see down here, I built one full milita at Charlestown. And I did the same here. And then I built one more company into each of these, but they're not, you know, totally like that. Like I said, this is just an experiment down here of having a foothold in the south, where I know I can't take the whole coast, but this is just what we're gonna try. And so, yeah, I mean, I think at this point, you know, it would be good to just, you know, call it a day and save the game. Because I guess I did what I really wanted to do here, was to make sure I didn't have to chase those guys all around the map. Because you can see how that makes it so much easier to get people to where you may need them, and to get them, you know, like this, and me stacking this right here for just a moment, because, you know, the enemy's going to take any place that has this marker right here. And then they're gonna build up, and then they're gonna send people out to attack here, and I just can't get them out of that. Now, if I show you what's going on in England, let's take a look. So the demand is now 931, so I'll go ahead and put that in like that. Excuse me, and Oh look, so there's 8 ships on the way with 400 brown bass. There's 5 ships on the way with 25 wood. There's 6 ships on the way with 30 copper. 3 ships on the way with 15 iron. 1 ship on the way with only 5 textiles. And 4 ships on the way with 20 coal. Yeah, so you can see here that it's going to show amounts that are lost when we lose ships and things. I just sold a few things. If you sell in England, you get better prices. So alright, so I changed that to 240, because if I was going to make a cav unit, that's the max that I would make it, like, 240, like it's 816.24, so I mean, that's it. So, that way they'll send some more of these. Unless we can think about it the other way, if we're not going to make a cav unit, we could sell here, but and get better prices, but it's, you know, it's kind of iffy. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so all right, let's pause again. Now, the whole month of May is sea battles, pretty much. And then when you get to June, that's where the trouble really starts, because by that time they've captured quite a bit of stuff, and they're gonna send a ton up here, and it really gets really tough. So I don't know. I kind of dread that part of it. But let me just finish this part up right here. Now Boston, like I said, I don't mind showing you these things, and you know, some people might be interested in this. So I did a merchant stall because I wanted some money. A weaver, a print and press. Yeah, so again, I'm gonna have to do a church. It takes away the negative effects of bad loyalty, so unfortunately, I gotta do that. And we got the granary in New Haven. And because it's a port, gotta go lumber. And so why don't we call it a day? So no matter where you are in the world, have a great day, a great afternoon, or a great evening. Please take care of yourself. Try to be kind to people. This is God bless to you. Keep all religions equal. It's your friend Jeff signing out. Adios amigos and adios the lovely amigos.